You're watching Global News. Here's what's new at 6.
I just feel like this was such a huge step backward.
Taking a stand on sex ed, why some teachers are refusing to comply with the Ford government's rollback of the curriculum.
You're watching Global Toronto. This is Global News at 6.
Meantime, the Ford government coming under fire tonight for rolling back Ontario's sexual education curriculum. The NDP leader, Andrea Horwath, and others highlighting concerns today. They're upset that the 2015 curriculum, which includes lessons about consent and about social media, has now been replaced with the 1998 program, which does not include that kind of information. They say the absence of that material could put students at risk. And now some teachers are refusing to follow the rollback of the sex education curriculum, no matter what the consequences might be. And that is setting the scene for a showdown when classes resume in September. Jamie Morocker joins us live with more on the story for us tonight. Jamie.
Thanks so much, Alan. Well, I'm standing here in front of the 519, and that's actually where Andrea Horwath and some other protesters spoke. You just saw that there. And not only is it politicians, the LGBTQ community who are upset with the changes, but as you mentioned, some educators as well. It's a move they're calling irresponsible.
I just feel like this was such a huge step backward.
Waterloo teacher Yeliz Sharafali was shocked when she heard come September, she will have to teach her students a 20-year-old sex ed curriculum.
Sexting, nudes, dating applications, and Instagram, Facebook, all of those things, Snapchat, those things didn't exist in 1998.
With students in grades 7 and 8, she worries the old educational document completely misses the mark.
The changes were necessary and are a true reflection of what our young people are living.
It's a document she says she plans to use as just a starting point.
I will not deny my students an opportunity to learn the best way that they can.
The 1998 sexual education guidelines are just 42 pages long, 1/6 of the length of the 2015 revision at 244 pages. In 1998, issues such as consent and gender identity were not included, while words such as sexual activity and intercourse were only mentioned once. In an age before social media and cyberbullying, the former curriculum only touches on the internet once and bullying twice, compared to 48 times in 2015.
I think those things are so important.
Laurier professor Vanessa Oliver has been researching the 2015 version's effects on today's classrooms and is encouraged to see educators taking a stand.
I know that there are some who are really passionate about it and think of it as more of a human rights issue, and I think they will do their best to try and continue teaching.
The Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario says teachers may use their professional judgment when it comes to exploring sex ed beyond the curriculum. We repeatedly approached the Ministry of Education asking what would happen if teachers refused to implement the change, but did not get a response.
Whoa!
For Sharafali, who is a mother of 2 young boys, including what she says is missing from the old curriculum, is largely about
promoting respect for oneself and talking about boundaries, what's acceptable, what's dangerous, and it's really giving kids ownership for their bodies.
So her children and students can make positive and educated choices for themselves. Though we didn't hear from the Ministry of Education today, yesterday newly minted Education Minister Lisa Thompson did come out and say that there would be some sort of consultation process, but she didn't elaborate. We also know that they want to implement this by September, so that doesn't leave much wiggle room to do any consultation. I'll send it back to you, Alan.